In the unfathomable silence of deep space, where no planet spins and no sun shines, something moved. And it wasn't drifting aimlessly like space debris, nor was it dancing along the path of a comet. No, this was movement with purpose, detected not by a cutting-edge AI satellite or a billion-dollar observatory, but by one of humanity's oldest and most humble messengers, Voyager 2. A spacecraft launched in the 1970s, now operating far beyond the edge of our solar system, has picked up something so strange, so utterly unexpected, that scientists are now questioning the very framework of astrophysics. Because Voyager didn't just observe a fluctuation, it captured an anomaly, a traveling object or entity moving with a rhythm and intelligence that nature isn't supposed to have out there. So, what is it? A rogue anomaly? A new form of cosmic matter? Or could it be something artificial? Let's dive into what Voyager 2 just saw and why this chilling discovery could change everything we thought we knew about space. Voyager 2's instruments are primitive by today's standards. Analog-era relics floating through digital-age space. Yet it was precisely one of these instruments, the plasma wave detector, that caught the first trace. It started as a low-frequency pulse. Then came the irregular flickers, directional shifts, and finally a sustained pattern of movement. But here's the kicker. This detection didn't come from within the heliosphere, where solar winds and gravitational noise can create turbulence. No, it came from the silence beyond, past the helipause into interstellar space, where the environment is expected to be flat, featureless, and cold. It's like hearing a whisper in the middle of a desert. Scientists immediately ruled out common explanations. No asteroid belts, no gravitational anomalies, no comets or dust clouds. Whatever Voyager 2 detected was moving, shifting direction, and altering its frequency as though aware of its own trajectory and possibly aware of Voyager. The plasma readings showed variations that defied random Brownian motion, the kind seen in microscopic particles suspended in fluid. Instead, these shifts followed trajectories that hinted at deliberate navigation, curving paths that avoided hypothetical obstacles in the void, as if plotting a course through an invisible maze. Analyzing the data deeper revealed something even more disturbing. The signal didn't just move, it responded. At moments when Voyager's orientation changed, the readings seemed to adjust too. Some scientists suspect feedback, as though the object recognized it was being observed. The behavior mimicked that of a probe or drone scanning its environment, not a drifting rock. But here's where it gets weird. There is no known propulsion system that can function efficiently in interstellar space. Not chemical, not solar, and certainly not nuclear, without a clear energy signature. Yet this object altered its motion without leaving behind any detectable exhaust or radiation trail. The absence of such trails points to exotic possibilities, like harnessing zero-point energy from the quantum vacuum or manipulating space-time itself through Alcubierre-like metrics, concepts that linger on the fringes of theoretical physics, but now demand serious reconsideration. Even more puzzling were the signal modulations. Unlike natural waves, which fluctuate based on predictable mechanics, this pattern showed timed intervals, bursts of energy followed by silence, then another burst with just enough difference to suggest possible intent, a cosmic Morse code or something far stranger. These modulations carried harmonics that resonated at frequencies aligning with the golden ratio, a mathematical constant often found in natural growth patterns but rarely in raw plasma waves. This precision evoked the structured signals we beam into space ourselves through SETI initiatives, raising the spectre that this wasn't mere noise, but a form of encoded information, perhaps a query or a warning echoing across the emptiness. Naturally, whispers of artificiality began circulating within the scientific community. Could it be that Voyager 2 had stumbled across an ancient construct, adrift in the void? Or perhaps a technology so advanced it defies our understanding of material science? One theory even suggests it might be a cloaked reconnaissance device, the interstellar equivalent of a submarine peering through the depths. But speculation must wrestle with reality. If this is artificial, whose is it? It's far beyond any known Earth-made probe and too structured to be random debris. The energy profiles don't match any human propulsion experiments, not even the theoretical breakthrough starshot sails propelled by laser arrays. This implies an origin from a civilization that mastered interstellar travel eons ago, leaving behind sentinels to patrol the galactic fringes. Some astrophysicists posited a more grounded yet equally fascinating explanation. Perhaps it's a naturally occurring plasma formation that developed a feedback loop almost like a rudimentary intelligence, a semi-conscious cloud responding to external electromagnetic fields. But even that theory stretches current physics. What's clear is that whatever Voyager 2 saw, it doesn't fit in our cosmic Rolodex of phenomena. It's the kind of detection that forces textbooks to be rewritten. Consider the implications for plasma physics. If natural formations can exhibit such adaptive behavior, it could redefine our models of stellar nurseries and black hole accretion disks, where similar plasmas swirl in apparent chaos but might harbor hidden order. And then there's the location. Voyager 2 is currently in one of the quietest zones of known space, the local interstellar cloud. It's a region where matter is so sparse that even a few atoms per cubic centimeter is considered dense. For something to move there and to do so with purpose implies it is either generating its own energy or surfing on unknown interstellar currents. But there's more. The path of this anomaly wasn't a straight line. It curved, dipped, and paused, movements consistent with course correction. If it were random turbulence, it wouldn't show such refined behavior. These corrections aligned with subtle variations in the interstellar magnetic field, as if the object were using it like a sail, tacking against invisible winds in a manner reminiscent of magnetohydrodynamic propulsion, a concept explored in labs but never observed in the wild. Some researchers are now theorizing that Voyager might have crossed through a field, an area in space that reacts to its presence. Think of it as a cosmic sensor field where entering it activates something else, a trigger. If that's the case, then Voyager didn't just observe something strange, it may have activated it. And that thought alone has astronomers both thrilled and terrified. This activation could explain why the anomaly intensified its signals. Post-detection, escalating from passive pulses to active modulations, as if awakening from dormancy to assess the intruder in its domain. As more data came in, researchers started seeing a disturbing repetition. Within the movement data, especially the directional shifts and signal strength, there were recurring intervals. These weren't chaotic, natural fluctuations. They formed a pattern, one that repeated in clusters of prime numbers, 3, 5, 7. At first, the team dismissed it as data noise, but when signal processing specialists ran deep waveform analyses, they found harmonics consistent with structured transmission signals that echo what we've seen in experimental quantum communication. Think about that for a moment. This wasn't just some object moving, it was moving in code. And in physics, when code appears, where only chaos should reign, something or someone is trying to be noticed or is tracking something else. Either scenario is deeply unsettling. We have never seen anything like this from a natural object, nor has Voyager 2 ever reported similar feedback. This was new, and more importantly, it was intelligent. The primes extended further in subsequent readings, 11, 13, 17, forming sequences that mirrored those used in our own Arecibo message, the 1974 radio transmission designed to communicate with extraterrestrial intelligence. This parallelism suggests not coincidence, but convergence, as if the anomaly were mirroring our own attempts at contact, perhaps to establish a common mathematical language amid the void. What made the mystery even more disturbing was a finding buried in archived telemetry. When researchers compared Voyager 2's readings with those from other long-distance missions like New Horizons and Pioneer 10, subtle anomalies began to line up. New Horizons had experienced unexplained sensor glitches in a region not far from Voyager's current position. Pioneer 10, now defunct, had encountered an unexplained trajectory drift decades ago, one that was never fully explained. All of these moments had been filed away as insignificant or blamed on radiation interference. But now, viewed in context with Voyager 2's current encounter, a chilling possibility emerged. This moving object might not be new. It could have been following us slowly, silently, from the edge of the system all along, moving just outside of observational reach, and now finally, for reasons unknown, revealing itself. Delving deeper into the archives uncovered even more alignments. Voyager 1, Voyager 2's twin, had logged faint plasma disturbances years earlier, dismissed as cosmic ray interference, but now re-evaluated as potential early pings from the same entity. Pioneer 11 showed velocity anomalies that, when plotted against Voyager 2's path, formed a convergent trajectory, as if the anomaly had been shadowing multiple probes over decades. This long-term persistence implies patience beyond human comprehension, a watcher that operates on interstellar timescales, observing our technological evolution from the shadows. On day 49 of continuous monitoring, the object did something that sent an undeniable chill through every scientist watching. It stopped, not decelerated, not drifted, stopped, as if aware that it had been fully discovered. Then, over the next 17 hours, it began a series of micro-movements that formed a tight spiral, not unlike a figure. The same kind of pattern we use to stabilize orbital observatories. That might sound random to the public, but to engineers and physicists, it screamed of calibration, as if the object were adjusting its position relative to Voyager 2 or to something else in the vicinity. And then came the pulse, a single sharp spike in low-frequency radiation, so precise it tripped one of Voyager's legacy safety protocols. The probe responded by realigning its dish, and the signal stopped. This has led to a haunting theory. Perhaps the object wasn't just detected. Perhaps it was trying to communicate, and Voyager responded unknowingly. The spiral pattern persisted in cycles, each rotation incorporating slight variations that encoded additional data, perhaps fractal dimensions, hinting at higher dimensional geometry. This evoked theories of tachyonic particles or wormhole entrances, speculative constructs where movement defies classical relativity. The pulse's frequency matched the Schumann resonance of Earth's atmosphere, an eerie coincidence that suggested the anomaly might have scanned our planet's biosignatures from afar, tailoring its response to resonate with our world's natural rhythms. Theorists across the world are now split. Some believe Voyager 2 has simply encountered an exotic interstellar particle cloud or a new type of fluctuating plasma event. But a growing number of astrophysicists are proposing something far more extraordinary, that the object could be a form of cosmic gatekeeper. Not a ship, not a creature, but a sentient construct left in deep space to monitor passage through a specific corridor of the galaxy. The patterns, the pulses, the adaptive behavior all seem designed to observe, to interact, and perhaps to evaluate. Some are even comparing it to theoretical constructs like von Neumann probes, machines built to observe civilizations as they evolve technologically. If true, then the implications are staggering. We are not alone. And more than that, we've been observed for longer than we realize. Voyager 2 may have not just found something unusual. It may have crossed a line, stepped through a sensor, and woken something that had been dormant until now. Expanding on the von Neumann hypothesis, such probes could self-replicate using interstellar dust, forming networks across galaxies to catalog emerging intelligences. If this anomaly is one node in such a network, its activation might signal others, initiating a cascade of observations that could accelerate our integration into a larger cosmic community, or warn of potential threats. This shifts our perspective from solitary explorers to unwitting participants in a vast, ancient surveillance system where every probe we launch pings an unseen grid. But the speculation doesn't end there. Emerging theories draw from quantum entanglement, suggesting the anomaly's movements aren't local, but influenced by non-local correlations, where actions in one part of space instantaneously affect distant regions. This could explain the instantaneous stops and starts, defying inertia as we know it. If entangled with other cosmic structures, the object might serve as a relay in a galaxy-spanning information network, processing data from black holes or neutron stars in real time. A natural or engineered quantum computer adrift in the void. Others propose it's a remnant of a Big Bang echo, a primordial fluctuation that gained coherence over billions of years, evolving into a quasi-intelligent form through gravitational self-organization. This blends cosmology with complexity theory, where simple rules birth emergent intelligence, much like cellular automata, in simulations that mimic life from basic patterns. Yet, the primes and spirals suggest more than emergence. They imply design, a blueprint etched into the fabric of reality itself. As data analysis continues, faint echoes in the signals hint at multidimensional layering, where the anomaly operates in higher spatial dimensions, projecting shadows into our three-dimensional perception. String theory lends credence here, with brains vibrating in extra dimensions, creating observable anomalies. If Voyager pierced such a brain boundary, the movement could be a ripple from a parallel universe, bleeding through into ours, challenging the multiverse hypothesis with tangible evidence. The emotional weight of this discovery presses heavily. For generations, we've gazed at the stars, wondering if the silence meant isolation or invitation. Now, with Voyager's whisper from the edge, that silence cracks, revealing not emptiness, but watchful presence. It stirs a profound awe, mingled with existential unease, as we confront the possibility that our ventures into space aren't pioneering, but trespassing, awakening guardians of the galactic threshold. Futuristic implications loom large. If artificial, this could herald first contact, prompting us to refine SETI protocols for bidirectional dialogue. We might accelerate projects like laser communication arrays to respond, crafting messages in primes and harmonics to bridge the gap, or if natural, it revolutionizes astrophysics, inspiring new telescopes tuned to plasma intelligences, redefining life beyond carbon-based forms. Exploration beckons with renewed urgency. Future missions like interstellar probes with AI swarms could seek similar anomalies, mapping the local cloud for hidden structures. This might uncover networks of such entities, transforming our understanding of the universe from a barren expanse to a tapestry of subtle intelligences, where movement signifies not randomness, but the pulse of cosmic awareness. Yet caution tempers excitement. Activation theories warn of unintended consequences. Escalating signals could draw more anomalies, altering interstellar dynamics in unpredictable ways. We stand at a precipice where curiosity risks revelation or reckoning, echoing humanity's eternal dance with the unknown. So what exactly did Voyager 2 witness in the most silent stretch of space we've ever explored? A drifting anomaly with inexplicable patterns, a cloaked artificial probe lost in the void, or something far more deliberate. A watcher, a sentry, a gatekeeper placed to monitor who dares to cross the edge of this cosmic territory. For decades, we believed Voyager was our lone ambassador, drifting aimlessly through the stars like a bottle with a message inside. But now it appears that message may have been received, and the response, a flicker in the dark, a pulse, a shift in motion from something that was never supposed to exist, and perhaps something that was waiting. This isn't just a strange anomaly buried in data logs. This is a paradigm shift, a new chapter in human understanding, a reminder that for all our satellites and science, we're still walking in the dark. And now, something in that darkness has turned to look at us. If Voyager 2 just made contact with something out there, then the silence of space may not be so silent after all. And that means the question is no longer what we've found, but what comes next. Philosophically, this bends our sense of solitude. We've crafted narratives of human exceptionalism, yet this anomaly whispers of a universe teeming with observers, where intelligence permeates the void in forms we scarcely comprehend. It invites reflection on our place, not as conquerors, but as newcomers, humbly navigating a realm already inhabited by enigmas. Intellectually, it demands we expand our frameworks, integrating quantum weirdness with cosmic scales, perhaps birthing a unified theory that embraces adaptive plasmas and sentient fields. The weight of this revelation carries us toward a future where space exploration isn't about conquest, but communion, decoding the language of the stars. As the data unfolds, each pulse echoes a deeper truth. The universe is alive with motion, purpose woven into its fabric, challenging us to listen, to respond, and to evolve. If this shook your idea of reality, hit that like button. Subscribe for more discoveries that bend the rules of science, and turn on notifications so you don't miss when the next message arrives from the void. Because space just blinked back, and the universe is no longer ignoring us.